Have you ever found yourself stuck in a cycle of always trying to please others, always putting their needs above your own, and feeling drained, underappreciated, or unfulfilled? It's something many of us experience, especially in our 20s and 30s when we're figuring out our place in the world. You try so hard to be the nice guy, but deep down, something doesn't feel right. You're not being true to yourself, and it's affecting your confidence, your relationships, and your happiness. Today, we're going to explore 10 habits that nice guys need to stop right now. These are habits that might feel good in the moment, but in the long run, they're holding you back. And by applying the principles of Stoicism, you can start making real, lasting changes in your life. Let's dive into these habits and discover why they're hurting you and how to break free from them. 1. People-pleasing. Let's kick things off with the most common habit of the nice guy, people-pleasing. You might be thinking, but I just want to make others happy. And while the intention is often good, people-pleasing can quickly become toxic. When you're constantly seeking validation from others, you lose sight of your own needs, desires, and values. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. Your actions, your thoughts, and your responses are within your control. But the approval of others, that's not in your hands. Instead of constantly trying to make everyone happy, start focusing on your own principles and values. As Marcus Aurelius said, don't waste time on what you cannot control. Seeking validation will never lead to true fulfillment. It's time to stop seeking approval and start living for yourself. 2. Ignoring your own needs. Nice guys often neglect their own needs for the sake of others. You might find yourself prioritizing other people's comfort and happiness, while your own well-being takes a backseat. This can mean overcommitting to others, sacrificing your time, or even pushing aside your own dreams to make others comfortable. This is a form of self-sacrifice that will only lead to burnout and resentment in the long run. Stoicism teaches that taking care of yourself is essential in order to be strong and available for others. In fact, Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Neglecting your own well-being is a form of self-impoverishment. Instead, start setting boundaries, taking time for yourself, and prioritizing your own needs. Only then can you be the best version of yourself for others. 3. Avoiding conflict. Conflict avoidance is another habit that many nice guys develop. You might avoid tough conversations or uncomfortable situations because you're afraid of upsetting others. This could mean suppressing your true feelings or tolerating behavior that you don't like, all to keep the peace. However, avoiding conflict rarely leads to resolution. In fact, it often results in unresolved tension and frustration. Stoicism encourages us to confront challenges head-on with calmness and rationality. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Avoiding conflict doesn't solve the problem, it only makes it worse. Instead of running away from difficult conversations, embrace them. Address issues directly and assertively. By doing so, you'll not only strengthen your relationships but also grow in personal resilience. 4. Over-apologizing. Over-apologizing is a subtle habit that many nice guys have. You apologize for everything, even when you haven't done anything wrong. You bump into someone, apologize. You share an opinion, apologize. You express a need, apologize. This habit stems from insecurity and the fear that you're inconveniencing others. In Stoic philosophy, there's an emphasis on self-respect and taking ownership of your actions. If you haven't done anything wrong, there's no need to apologize. Constantly apologizing for your existence or your needs only diminishes your sense of self-worth. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. B1. Don't apologize for being yourself. Stand tall, take ownership of your actions, and stop apologizing when it's not needed. 5. Seeking approval from others. Many nice guys spend too much time trying to win the approval of others. Whether it's trying to impress people with your achievements, doing things just to fit in, or bending over backward to make everyone like you, this constant need for external validation will only leave you feeling hollow inside. In Stoicism, we are taught that our self-worth should not be based on others' opinions. Your actions and values should come from within, not from a desire to be liked or accepted. The opinions of others are outside your control. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Stop seeking approval from others. Instead, find contentment within yourself and let your actions align with your true values. 6. Being a doormat. Being a nice guy often means you let others walk all over you. You don't speak up for yourself or set boundaries because you don't want to rock the boat. You want to avoid conflict, so you let people take advantage of you or use you without complaint. But this is a dangerous pattern that ultimately erodes your self-respect. Stoicism teaches that we should treat ourselves with the same respect we show others. If you constantly allow people to disrespect you or overstep your boundaries, you're teaching them that it's okay to treat you poorly. Stand firm in your values and say no when needed. As Seneca wisely put it, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. By asserting yourself and setting boundaries, you're not only protecting your well-being but also strengthening your character. 7. Ignoring your own happiness. Nice guys often prioritize the happiness of others over their own. You might put everyone else's needs before your own, constantly bending to their desires and wishes, even at the expense of your own happiness. While helping others is important, your happiness should not be secondary to theirs. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what brings us joy, peace, and fulfillment. Happiness comes from living a life aligned with your values and pursuing goals that matter to you, not from constantly sacrificing your own happiness for others. Don't let yourself become a mere afterthought in your own life. Pursue your own passions, take care of your mental health, and seek joy in the things that make you feel whole. 8. Letting fear control you. Fear is a powerful force, and for many nice guys, it dictates their actions. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes, these are all common fears that can hold you back from taking risks, speaking your mind, and living fully. In Stoic philosophy, fear is seen as an emotion that arises from focusing on things outside of our control. The Stoics teach that we can't control what others think of us or how they respond to our actions. What we can control is how we choose to react. By learning to face your fears head-on and taking action despite them, you'll grow in confidence and resilience. As Seneca said, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace it, learn from it, and move forward with courage. 9. Settling for less than you deserve. Nice guys often settle for less than they deserve. Whether it's in relationships, jobs, or personal goals, you might convince yourself that you should be grateful for whatever comes your way, even if it doesn't align with your true desires or values. Stoicism teaches that we should aim for excellence and pursue what truly brings us fulfillment. Don't settle for mediocrity. If something or someone doesn't align with your values or doesn't make you happy, don't be afraid to walk away. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. You deserve to live a life that aligns with your purpose, so don't settle for anything less. 10. Constantly seeking approval. The last habit that nice guys need to stop is constantly seeking approval. You might look for reassurance from others, ask for validation, or try to win favor with your words and actions. But constantly seeking approval can make you feel like you're never enough. Stoicism teaches us that our value doesn't come from the opinions of others. You don't need external validation to know your worth. When you stop seeking approval, you become free to live authentically and confidently. True fulfillment comes from within, not from the approval of others. Embrace who you are and live according to your own principles, not to meet the expectations of others. Conclusion. Breaking free from these nice guy habits isn't easy. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and the courage to live authentically. But the good news is that you don't have to do it alone. Stoicism offers you the tools to navigate these challenges and reclaim your power. By focusing on what you can control, setting healthy boundaries, and living in alignment with your values, you can stop being a nice guy in the toxic sense and become the best version of yourself. If you're serious about mastering Stoicism and transforming your life, be sure to check out my other videos on this channel, Stoic Teachings. In these videos, I dive deeper into the principles of Stoicism and show you how to apply them in your daily life. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe to Stoic Teachings for more content that will help you grow stronger, more resilient, and more authentic. Also, let me know in the comments, which of these habits do you struggle with the most? Let's start a conversation and support each other in breaking free from these toxic patterns. It's time to stop being the nice guy and start living with purpose, authenticity, and confidence.